Have you ever sat down to finish one simple task and suddenly hours have gone by? Your coffee is cold, your shoulders are tight, and somehow, despite all the time, you don't feel like you accomplished much. Welcome back to Corporate Therapy. I'm Lucy Paulise, career coach, author, and fellow high achiever, learning every day how to balance productivity and well-being. Today, we're talking about something that sounds simple but changes everything: the 45-minute focus block. It's one of the most powerful ways to protect your energy, get things done, and make room for the rest of your life. I actually schedule all my meetings and tasks in 45 slots. That gives me a 15-minute buffer to relax, check emails, or just reset before diving into the next thing. It's not about perfection, it's about protecting your energy and staying fully present one time box at a time. And there's a reason this works so well. It's not just preference, it's science. I've tried with most of my coaches. Our brains aren't designed for endless focus. They follow a natural rhythm, periods of peak concentration followed by dips in energy. When you align your work with that rhythm, you stop fighting your brain and start flowing with it. So how does this work? Our brains run on natural waves of alertness that rise and fall roughly every 90 minutes. The first 45 minutes are when you're most creative and attentive. After that, your energy drops. When you try to push that point, you are not producing more. You're just training yourself and you're not being creative. And maybe you're even fighting with other people. So the 45-minute block isn't random. It's grounded in how your brain actually works. Think of it like tennis, like I always do. You don't play an entire match without pausing. You play a set, you hydrate, you breathe, and then come back sharper. The same rhythm applies to your mind. Here's how to put it in practice. Pick one meaningful task, something that truly matters today, and set a timer for 45 minutes and give it your full attention. You can use a simple Pomodoro timer, the ones that you use for cooking, or apps that include built-in timers like Sunsama. The key is to stay fully present until the timer rings. No multitasking, no distractions, and especially no emails, no checking your phone at all. Just one clear focus. When the timer rings, stop. Even if you're in flow, that's the key, to stop and take your 15 minutes break until you have the next meeting or the next event. That's your buffer. It's your permission to pause, to recover, and reset. During those 15 minutes, stand up, stretch, drink water, take a short walk, or check your inbox, check your emails if you need to. I also use it to prepare for my next meeting. That makes you feel more confident. Now, some variations of this, sometimes you really have to do a very deep focus work that you really, really enjoy. And if you're able to do it for 90 minutes, you can do it. You can stretch the 45 and double it and just stay focused for 90 minutes. Okay, but after that, you need to take a 30-minute break. Okay. The other option is very useful for people with ADHD. You use 45 minutes straight, but start with 30. What matters isn't the number, it's the pattern. The moment you notice your focus fading, that's your cue to pause. And your brain gets used to it. So if you start using 45 minutes every time, even when it's hard, and if you're not used to it, over time, your brain gets used to it. Okay. So it will be easier if you choose what you think is more normal for you, 30, 45, or 90, and then keep using it. What's important is working with your energy instead of against it. Timeboxing isn't about control. It's about compassion. It's designing your day around the way your brain actually works, so you can take more advantage of it. Now, let's talk more about the 15 minutes reset, because it's what makes this whole system sustainable. This isn't the time to just check your phone with no meaning. It's your moment to recover or to prepare to what's coming next. So you can stretch, you can get some sunlight, journal, you can work out, and you can also check your emails if that will help you. That's the secret. You're using this time intentionally, not reactively. The 15-minute buffer is also perfect for micro habits, like for instance, 5 minutes of breathing, 10 minutes of meditation, or the one I really like the most is 10 minutes of workouts. Those moments look really small, but they keep you balanced and grounded throughout the day. You really recharge even with just only 5 or 10 minutes of a workout. And here's what makes this so powerful. When you commit to one task at a time, you reclaim your focus. Most people think they can multitask, answer emails during meetings, text while writing reports, but that's not really multitasking. It's constant context switching. Every time you switch, your brain has to reload. So it's really costing a lot of your time and energy. Sometimes when you're working on something really difficult, really complex, it can take even up to 20 minutes to switch back, even if you got distracted for a little message. So it's very important to stay focused during those 45 minutes. Protecting one block of focus is like training a muscle. The more you practice, the easier the work becomes. Now you might say, okay, but I need to check my emails. I cannot stay without checking my emails for so long. And yes, you do need to check your emails, but not while you're focusing. That's why you have the 15-minute buffer. Instead of multitasking, you batch your task. You save your emails for those breaks so that you can respond intentionally. You can check carefully one email at a time and do something about each of your emails. Otherwise, if you're checking your emails while you're working on something else, you forget emails, you forget things that you have to do about those emails. So then it's time wasted. So basically, you're not constantly interrupted, but you also don't fall behind. It's a small shift that changes everything. You start leading your day instead of chasing it. And you decide when you check your messages, when you check your emails, or when you check your Slack. Once you master the rhythm, expand it beyond work. Time box everything. Get your calendar with those 45-minute slots about workouts, lunch, family time, reading, even resting. When everything has a place, then your guilt disappears. And all the overthinking about when to do the stuff disappears. You're not stealing time from one thing to give time to another. You're honoring your priorities and you're deciding what really goes first and how you want to go about it. That's what I really love about time boxing. It's not a rigid schedule, it's a map that lets you move through your day with clarity and compassion. So what I normally do is at the end of my day, I take 10 or 15 minutes to check my calendar and make sure what I'm going to do the following day. I check all the meetings that I already have and see how much time I have available. I have 2-3 hours available. Okay. So then I go to my to-do list, get 3 tasks, and schedule those 45-minute slots there on my calendar. And that's how I have a plan or a path forward tomorrow. So this week, try it. One 45-minute focus block followed by a 15-minute pause. Notice how it feels to work with your brain instead of against it. Notice how your mood, focus, and your energy change. Productivity isn't about doing more, really. It's about doing what matters with presence and intention. When you protect your focus and your recovery, you create space for both results and for well-being. I'm Lucy Paulise, and this is Corporate Therapy, helping you balance productivity and well-being one time box at a time. See you in my next episode. And if you want more information, you can always check lucypaulise.com for coaching tools, free resources, free assessments. And you can also check my latest book, Time Box. Looking forward to seeing you soon. And remember, this week, try it.